your name. I don't care what these people gon' do, what these people gon' say, what these people gon' bang. We out here making disciples, we in the world, but we can't be the same. Okay. So I went for my hand on the Bible, speaking the truth.
And we are going. Welcome to part 2 of Believe, Ball, Become of this podcast.
Fair enough.
This podcast. Part 2 of this podcast. This will be the actual podcast part. We might even split this up into 2 different videos just because of how long the first part was. It was a lot of fun. We had a little draft wheel NBA 2K tournament. Our guest and friend, Brayden Benefield, he ended up winning. He won the championship and the tournament. So congratulations to Brayden and screw 2K.
Yeah, seriously.
But we're not salty. We had a lot of fun.
We did. This is enjoyable.
So we did something last year. We're going to do again on camera and on microphone where we're going to record it and show you guys what we did. It was a lot of fun. What we did was we picked teams. Each of us got to pick 10 teams. There are 30 teams in the NBA. Basically what you're trying to do is pick the teams you believe are going to have the best record this year. We did this last year. I ended up winning. Brayden got last, and Blake got second.
This is not 2K. This is IRL.
This is in real life. We'll pick our teams now, and at the end of the season, we'll add up all their wins, and whoever has the most wins is the winner.
And we're gonna add a twist this year. Go ahead. The little twist. Are we gonna pick our MVP and add points to that and everything?
Yep, we're gonna pick an MVP. You'll get points for an NBA champion.
Yeah.
You get extra points for playoff wins. So every time your team wins a playoff game, it's an extra point. If they win the conference, it's 5 points. So if they win the conference championship, it's 5 points. If they win the NBA finals, they get 10 points, plus the wins that they got. So you get a lot of points if you win the championship, which is how I ended up actually winning last year. But it was a really good thing, and we're going to do this again. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brayden, you got any teams you're excited about? Anything you're thinking about with the first pick? You can kind of talk through it out loud a little bit.
I just hope I do better than the last one.
Brayden got wiped.
Well, the Cavs were a very late pick, and I wish I would have grabbed them. That became a really strong team for who had them.
Blake got 64 points. It was actually his top scorer from the Cavs.
It was kind of out there too of a pick, but it worked out. So
the final scores from last year ended up being Brayden 357, Blake with 429, and me with 444. So it was a little bit closer than expected. Like I said, you get 10 points for the champion, and I had a OKC as well as the Pacers. So either way, I was in a good spot. It was just one of those lucky years. So we're gonna do this again. Brayden won the thing, so he's gonna go first. We're gonna let Blake go second, and I'm going third. Here we go. Brayden, with the first pick, is there any research you want to do? Is there any teams you just know for sure you're gonna take? Is there anything you want to look at? I got the teams and schedules and standings all right here if you want to look at it real quick.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I know what team I want to take, but I'm not going to pick them until later because I know one of you two really want this team. So just keep that in mind.
Brayden, pick who you want, brother.
But I think first pick, I think it's safe. I'm going to go with the Thunder.
OKC for Brayden. OKC Thunder with 68 wins last season and the championship, which helped out a lot in overall points.
Well, my thought process here is I'm going to go ahead and swing big just because I know there's a ton of other teams that I'll be able to pick from later on that will definitely rack me up some wins. And so even just looking at what Ben's got here from CBS Sports.
Yeah, those are just the standings from last season.
Yeah, looking at the standings from last season here. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Rockets, being that they went ahead and added Kevin Durant already. I'll go ahead and go with the Rockets because that sounds like a pretty smart idea. So So I think it is Noah.
If you can't hear that, that's somebody hitting the drive-through bell, and it's definitely my brother Noah. Hi, Noah.
Shout out Noah, our handyman.
Noah's Fix-It Felix. He can do it all.
Yeah. He might try to come in, but it's locked, so he's going to unlock it. But anyway, keeping it rolling. That way we don't take too long. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockets since they added KD. They had a good record last year. It's only right.
That probably would have been my number one pick if Fred VanVleet hadn't got hurt for the year. Tough loss for them. Obviously, I love Kevin, but just one of those things. You know, a lot of injuries are going to affect who we pick this year. Just to kind of go over a few. You know, I've brought up Fred VanVleet. He's out. You know, Jason Tatum out for the year.
Kyrie's going to be out a while.
Kyrie out for the year most likely. Tyrese Halliburton out for the year most likely. Damian Lillard out for the year most likely. So, like, there's a lot of guys who are already just out. There's no way they're coming in. There's nothing that's going to happen from them. With that being said, I'm just going to take the best player in the NBA and go with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
Smart pick. Can't.
We are back to Brayden. Brayden, who are we thinking today?
I'm not entirely sure. But seeing as they were a sleeper last year between us.
I hope Noah didn't try to call me because it would shut my phone off.
I'm hoping they'll do good for me, and I will pick the Cavs.
Go with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Smart pick. Still cooking. My pick.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Knicks. Had a good year last year. I feel like they definitely just shot it a little short. I mean, quite literally just missing some shots, and I think things definitely could have went the other way pretty quickly. And I think this year, now that they've been together, a year, they can win a couple more games, and then hopefully that helps out come playoff time. So that's my pick.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'm going to take Luka and LeBron with the Lakers.
Good pick. That was my fourth pick, by the way. That's who I had next.
Brayden, next pick.
I did a little bit of some research.
He did. I watched him.
That was just more of like predictions of what they're going to be.
It's kind of like what you do when you don't watch any college basketball at all, and the bracket comes around, and you're like,
No, that's just I never know.
It's a gamble.
But I do so well on it.
That's what you're good at.
I think I'm going to take the Timberwolves.
I like that because it gives me who I want. I like that because it gives me who I want. Give me the other LA team.
Clippers. That was probably going to be my next pick.
All I got to say about them is that I feel like they too have just gotten so close, and this could definitely be the year. So, or at least the year to give me some points, and I'll take them.
So we're running out of some of the safe teams. No Kyrie for a while. Never know about Memphis. Probably going to have to take a shot, and I'm going to go with Detroit basketball. I believe in Cade's rise.
I really like that. I had them low, but I still really like that.
I like the young pieces they have, and I like their coach. I like a lot of the stuff they do. I think they're going to start to go up, especially with all the injuries in the East.
Yeah. Cage just pace, calm, strong, a good, reads the floor well, good playmaker. I like Cade.
Brayden.
Now, I should pick this team, but I'm just not going to. I'm going to do pretty much what I did last year.
He's a couple words I don't want to call
him. I believe I'm going to go with Curry.
This hurts my soul to the point where I would almost offer Brayden anything right now just to not take them. Because that hurts my soul. That's who I was going with next. Okay. I believe in Paolo, so give me the Magic.
Yep, that was my next pick.
And Franz will be back, right? They'll both be back they both had the same exact injury, so.
I'm about to take something that I do not believe will be good, but I do not want to miss it if it is. Give me the Spurs.
Oh, that was going to be my next pick.
They could easily win 20 games. They could also win 45 games. Like, they could be either side of the coin.
Who you got, Brayden?
It's a great question.
I think we all know we really want to take these two teams up here, but the injury bug is just.
Yep.
No Tyrese makes it hard to pick the Pacers, even though I want them. No Kyrie makes it hard to pick Dallas, even though I want them. But I think that.
See, even those, I wasn't even going to pick them next.
Really?
Yeah, I think they can do better than what they did. I think I'm going to go with Milwaukee.
I don't hate that. I'm going to go ahead and, like Ben said a second ago, with Wemby and the Spurs. I'm not really sure how the Mavs are going to do, but just because I want to be there if they do well, I'm going to go ahead and go with Coop and AD and Clay, and I will take the Mavs just to be safe.
I think I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. I don't think they're going to completely tank. And the East is still weak enough where Jaylen Brown could average 26-plus points and carry them to the playoffs and give me a solid 40 to 45 wins.
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't help me any at all. I think they will. The team I'm going to get, I think it may surprise people, but I believe that they can do it. I think I'm going to go Atlanta.
That was one of the two other teams I had three teams in mind. Atlanta was definitely one of them.
I really want to go with the Pacers, but like I said a couple seconds ago, I think they run on Tyrese, and I would hate to not be there if they do well, but I'm going to go ahead and pass on them. And looking at these other teams, like, let me mark off the Hawks. I like the Hawks. That's a good pick. And I just know the culture of the Heat. I got to stick with the culture. I'm going to go with the Heat. Just, you never know. You never know. I got to stick with the culture.
I'll take the Grizzlies.
Same there. Sticking with culture. I like it.
I know they traded Bane away, and they're kind of shaving some cap, but I still like the young guys. And if they can get a healthy season out of Ja and Jaren, I mean, they win 40 games every year, no matter what. 48 games last year, missing those guys half the time anyways, so.
Now, I'm scared to pick them. Just because I don't know if one guy will play. I don't believe...
We are currently...
Go ahead.
We're 19 picks in. Is that what that is? How many picks are we in? 18?
Everybody's picked 6, so 18.
So 18. So we're left with Utah Jazz, Washington Wizards, Brooklyn Nets, Raptors, Hornets, Suns, 76ers, Kings, Blazers, Bulls, and Pelicans. In place, Pacers. And Pacers. That's what we're left with.
I'm just going to take a shot and I think I'm going to go with the Kings.
I don't hate that at all. They got a good team. Like, they got good pieces. I don't hate that at all.
Sabonis will keep them above water. Like, they won't completely suck.
To get into that tough water where it's like, what do you do now? And I kind of feel the same way with the Pelicans now that I think about it, because I was looking at that earlier. They've got good pieces still, and you add Kevin Looney, who, you know what, Kevon Looney, whatever you want to say. They added Kevon Looney, so it's like, I'll take the Pelicans just because of the potential. Kevon Looney, I think they still got some people who can score and play defense. I like the Murphy guy. I like Jones. I don't know if they got Zion. They obviously got Zion still. They don't have Brandon Ingram anymore, do they?
Nope.
Got rid of BI. That's okay.
I'm going to take the Trailblazers. Bunch of young core, kind of focusing more on that young core with a few vets like Drew Holiday. If he stays and plays with them, I think they're going to have to win some games. Brayden, last 3 teams, getting down to the nitty gritty of it.
I don't have a reason. I'm going with the Bulls.
Doubles. I'll hate it. They're not going to completely suck. Like, they're not going to be one of the worst teams. So.
Yeah.
I'm looking at either Phoenix or Philadelphia. I feel like Book can do enough scoring, but then again, I feel like, I don't know. What's the status on Embiid? Does anybody know the status on Embiid?
He has currently been working out and practicing with the team. That's what I've heard.
Just because the potential, I will take Embiid. A lot of potential. I'm throwing a lot. I'm gambling a lot this year. I'm gambling a lot.
I'll go with the Raptors. I think they got enough pieces to not be terrible and be in that play-in race.
Well, you left me with them, Blake, so I think I'm going to take them. I think I will take the Suns on this.
The Suns could just be good out of nowhere.
Looking as to how far they made it and how far they still are here, I'll go ahead and take the Pacers just because it'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, if you didn't, I was going to. Like you said, culture. So now we're down to the bottom 4 teams.
And I'm pretty sure I had
We are looking at the
3 of the 4.
The Charlotte Hornets. We are looking at the Brooklyn Nets. We're looking at the Washington Wizards. And we are looking at the Utah Jazz.
Which team do I think is going to
I will
suck
just tell
the
you
least?
right now, 27-30. I have Charlotte 27, Brooklyn 28, Washington 29, and Utah as my. I don't want them. They are not going to take them.
I am going to take the Washington Wizards. Before we go for this last round, you guys want to do 5 points for worst team?
Yes.
-5 points for worst team.
Oh, -5?
Plus 5 points
Plus
for worst
5.
team.
Oh, sure.
We could do -5 points.
Well, it's probably going to end up being me, but
-5 or plus?
I don't care.
What is it, Brayden?
do -5.
What is conference finals? Is that +5?
Plus 5.
NBA MVP. Is that +5?
Yeah.
Okay. Who you got, Brayden? You got Charlotte with LaMelo. You got Brooklyn with MPJ, and I don't know who else they got. And you got Utah with quite literally nobody.
I'm going to go with LaMelo. That is without a doubt for me.
I will take Brooklyn.
I'm stuck with the Jazz. Hopefully, if the Jazz play their cards right, they end up with the guy who's playing in Utah this year, who is my favorite prospect, AJ DeBansa.
I like him too.
Now there is, I will say, these four bottom teams we just talked about, they're all racing. But the good thing about this draft this year is there are 3 potential number 1 overall picks. Cameron Boozer, AJ DeBansa, and the Peterson kid from Kansas. They're all number 1 overall picks in almost any class outside of like the Wemby class and the Zion hype. Like, these 3 guys are legit NBA number 1 overall prospects, and we have 3 of them in this class because of reclassification.
Yeah.
All right, MVP pick. Brayden, who are you picking to win MVP?
Does it have to be out of like my team or?
Nope, anybody.
Probably if who I mean, I think he'll do it. I think I'm going to just have to go with possibly, I don't hate it, but I'm going to go with Jokic.
With Jokic. What?
Was that a bad one?
No, I just think everybody's gonna laugh at me, and I want them to. Curry.
No way. Just go put $20 on
Give
that
me
and win some
Curry.
money on it.
Give me Curry.
I'm gonna go. I got 3 choices: Luka, Giannis, or Shea. Shea, I think it's gonna be hard for Shea to win it again. I think it's going to be hard for Giannis to win it again unless they're the 1 seed, and he's basically by himself this year. I think the narrative is leaning towards Luka, so I'm going to go Luka Doncic.
That was my first thought, but I gotta live and die by my boy.
Luka Doncic, I need you.
I also didn't mind picking Ant either.
I don't hate that, especially if he can jump his points and efficiency up and they win some more games. Like, it's possible. Kevin Durant. Breakthrough season with no point guard. Give him the ball, let him shoot.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham rise, going in the 1 seed in the East. I could see it. Jaylen Brown coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson dropping 30 a game, being the 1 seed. Like,
Yeah, there's a ton of potential in this season here. Looking back at our picks here, we've got Brayden with the Thunder, Cavs, T-Wolves, Warriors, Bucks, Hawks, Kings, Bulls, Suns, and Hornets. We got me with the Rockets, Knicks, Clippers, Magic, Mavs, Heat, Pelicans, 76ers, Pacers, and Nets. And we got Ben with the Nuggets, Lakers, Pistons, Spurs, Celtics, Grizzlies, Blazers, Raptors, Wizards, and Jazz. And I don't hate any of that or sit here and think like any of that's unfair or that, that I think that was a good draft. And I like that one a lot more than I liked last year's. I just wish Brayden would have gave me the Warriors.
Brayden loves to pick the Warriors when Blake's in it. MVP picks, Brayden's got Jokic, Blake's going with Curry, and I'm going with Luka Doncic. Just to go over the point system, it's 1 point per win, 5 points for winning the conference finals, 10 points for winning the NBA finals, minus 5 points for having the worst team in the NBA, and then 5 points for having an MVP pick. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to kind of wrap it up here. Any other things you guys want to say before we get off?
Thanks, Brayden, for coming on. This was fun. I'm sure we'll do some type of 2K thing again, but for right now, this was episode 3, parts 1 and 2, and then part 1 had like a part A, part B. But I think this was kind of a cool dynamic to do, like a little YouTube video slash podcast type vibe. So we'll recheck this stuff out later, and I'm sure we'll have Brayden on over and over and over and over and over and over again. So
yeah, Brayden might be a guest, but he's going to be a guest you guys get to know and love. So, Brayden, thank you for coming on. Anything you want to say before you get off?
I appreciate it. I'm glad I got to come on here, and I'm happy that I won.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I knew you were going to say that.
Yep,
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, next time we have you on, we'll probably do a little bit more talking.
Yeah.
And we'll probably go over a few different things, probably talk some football, throw some baseball in there,
Yeah,
maybe the
sure.
playoffs wrap up. We can talk a little bit of that. Looking forward to next summer. World Cup tickets coming out soon. I'm trying to get those. So we have a lot of different things we can talk about here over the next year.
For sure.
So thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Brayden, for coming on. Thank you, Blake, for hosting with me. And we appreciate you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time.